right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, we would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Hakadash. We also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, I'm Zahab, and to my right.
Allah.
All right, and today we're going into a live stream, early morning live stream. All right, entitled "The Lord is about to decenter Edomites." All right, because right now Esau Edom, with his hubris, is posing himself to be the great I am. All right, so everything is centered around the Edomite. All right, going back to the Renaissance period, the rebirth of the Roman Empire, that old serpent being loosed. All right, that old dragon, that old serpent being loose. All right, and ever since the 1300s, 1500s, it's all been about Esau. All right, from him posing himself as the Most High, as the Messiah, as the prophets. All right, him being the main character in all the movies, him being depicted as the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Edomites, the ancient Israelites, you know. And basically, he's the forefront of existence right now. But in the near future, all that is about to change. You got a scripture, bro?
Okay. This is Psalm chapter 126, verse 1. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream.
When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream, man. Because when Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua delivers us from this Egypt, pursuant to Jeremiah 16:16, I believe, all right, it's gonna be like we never went through this captivity, man. All right, Esau was a nightmare. He just a bad dream, which nightmare goes into night demon. So right now we live in this twisted, dark reality in which a demon is running in existence. So this is literally a bad dream. It's like a bad dream. It's really happening, but it's like a night demon. And this is like the earth existence is like we're in the nighttime. If you compare existence now to the beginning during the time of Adam, that was like the daytime. You know, paradise. Earth was in a state of paradise, man. But now it's like the nighttime is like a nightmare, man. A nightmare is running the earth. A night demon is running existence right now.
Because if you always gotta look over your head just in case a bomb falls if you need to other countries, or chemtrails, you know, food being poisonous, your water or poison, you know, your food poison. You gotta look into all these ingredients like, okay, which one of these don't kill me?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is a nightmare.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah, like around every corner something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, there's a murderer.
Yep.
Around the corner there's someone out to get you. You know, this is a nightmare because this man is in power.
This man is in power, but just like when you wake up from a bad dream or a nightmare, you realize like, damn, you know, it's not real anymore. When as time progresses, the dream slips your mind and you just go back to your normal everyday reality. So when the Most High deliver us from Esau, after a while, it's going to be like Babylon never happened. But this is literally, you broke it down perfectly, brother. This is a nightmare, man. You know, the women from look down on you. You know what I mean? All the nations that's under you look down on you. All right? But the nations that's beneath you, because Yahweh said that the nations are as a drop of the bucket. It says in 2nd Ezra, I think it's the 6th chapter, that the world was created for our sakes. All right? But the world that was created for our sakes looked down on us, man. Or the nations look down on us, man. Just imagine being Mufasa at the end of the cliff where all the nations bow, and all of a sudden none of those animals respect you. All the animals that bow to you now, they don't respect you. You got to go to them for food, you know? All right, like when you watch The Lion King, when Nightmare ran, when Scar ran the pride, that was a nightmare. It was like a demon running the pride, a demon running that reality. You know?
Because the earth is not yielding like it can. You know?
Yeah.
You know, Scripture says, when
Ezekiel 36.
It's gonna go back to being a paradise.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, because like what this man is doing, even if the world tried to, he's gonna go and do some destruction.
Yeah.
Be a plague to the earth.
Yeah.
You know, this is I want to get this. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and the wrath was come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophet, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And who is the them that destroyed the earth? It's Esau, Edom. It's this night demon that's running the earth, man. Esau is a demon. It's a nation of demons. All right, that's running the earth. That's why this nigga has no pigment. That's indicative that he has no life. And that's like a symbol. Like if you go in the wild, if you go in nature, animals' capabilities are sometimes displayed in their designs. You know, certain poisonous animals have wild, exotic colors, and poisonous reptiles, amphibians, and stuff. They have exotic colors. They might have stripes. Well, Yahweh Bahashai said he'll place a mark on Cain. All right, and everybody will know, like, okay, this is the outcast. And that mark was leprosy. But it's more than that. He has a deviant nature, a degenerate nature, all right, that makes him antagonist to life. And now that demon that's antagonist to life is now running the world. All right, but when the Most High takes him out of the kingdom, because it tells you that Satan is lightning, fell from heaven, which means he fell from rulership. It's going to be as though he never ruled. After a while, it's going to be as though he never ruled, man. All right. As a matter of fact, will you hold us something?
No.
You can get that 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. What shall be the parting asunder of the time?
Okay. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
And what's parting asunder of the time? It's the thermonuclear missiles. So the thermonuclear missiles hit World War III. America been destroyed. It's the parting or the transition of the kingdoms. And that's going to mark the end of Esau, this demon's rulership, this nightmare's rulership, and the beginning of Jake's rulership. All right? Which is going to be a rulership of peace. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Yep. Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
All right. No matter what happens from this point on, we know we're at the end of Esau's world. And the scripture says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning. So we're in the best time ever, because we're at the end of the end. We're at the end of Esau's rulership. All right. So we know that the kingdom is coming. All right. I don't know if this is a scripture. You can get 2nd Ezra 7 and 43. Just see what that says right quick. That might not be the scripture.
But the end of the doom shall be.
Yeah, that's it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of the time.
Now, what's the day of doom? All right, we just said it in 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. All right, that parting asunder or the end of time is that thermonuclear wind. That's the day of doom. The day of doom is when the missiles hit America. Those nuclear missiles hit America. That's the day of doom. Read that again from the top.
2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of the time of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come.
So we're at the end, all right, of Esau's rulership. All right, we're headed towards the day of doom. All right, that great day. They call it Armageddon, as the scriptures call it. Hey, Shalom Hawad, Yahweh Bashimam Shabrakatah.
Shalom, Yahweh Bashimam Shabrakatah.
Hey, and the day of doom is what's gonna mark the end of Esau's rulership. All right, the day of doom. Oh, check this out. It's crazy. So we was talking about the galaxies, right? You know, because what does it say in St. John 14? In my father's house are many mansions. And we were just going into like how many possible planets are in the galaxies. And basically it could be 100 billion, a trillion planets. But in the whirlpool galaxy, all right? At the end of like in the middle of the whirlpool galaxy, it's a cross. You know, and you could Google it, you know. In the middle of whirlpool galaxy, it's a cross. Now, some would say that cross represents the cross of Yahweh when he was, you know, murdered, okay? But also that cross is the thigh, which represents the end. All right? So, it represents, the end of Esau's world and the beginning of immortality. Because what's the manifestation of immortality for the nation of Israel? It's everlasting life, and we're going to reproduce. We're going to have reproductive bodies. So what's the purpose of having 100 billion planets that Esau can find, or a trillion, up to a trillion planets? Because Esau was saying there might be 100 billion planets in this galaxy. It's the Milky Way galaxy. It might be 100 billion planets in the Milky Way galaxy. He said it could be estimate 1 trillion planets in this galaxy. This is the Milky Way. But what about the other galaxies, which he identified in the 1700s, known as the Whirlpool Galaxy? But you can look it up, brother. In the center of the Whirlpool Galaxy, it's a cross. It's like represents Yahweh, you know, because he died on the cross. But also that cross represents the thigh in the Hebrew alphabet, which means the end. All right, but it could be a trillion planets in the Milky Way galaxy. It could be a trillion planets, but what does it represent? Immortality. Because how do you house Israelites to live forever? And it's going to reproduce forever.
Then you told them they're going to be as the stars.
Yeah. Whoa. Well, and what is a star? It's a sun to its cluster of planets. It's a heat source. All right, just like the sun is nothing but a star for us. It's nothing but one out of trillions of stars. All right, but the closest star we have is a light source to the alleged 9 planets, which they know is more than 9 planets now, but it's a heat source, man. All right, that's how plants grow and life is maintained through the sun. Well, wait a minute, the sun is nothing but a star. It is billions and trillions of stars. All right, so if we're gonna be like the stars in the heaven, that means, like you said, we're gonna have immortality, and Jacob's gonna be reproducing, man. So Jake, one Israelite, that's why I said, as a matter of fact, you read this scripture, a little one should become 1,000, small and a great nation. How do you house a how do you house 1,000 he has all these wives, and he becomes a nation within himself? You house him with a planet. All right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation.
Yep.
I, the Lord, will hasten it in its time.
And just this is the manifestation of immortality. All right, because you might try to make an effort to fathom, like, all right, it's gonna be 144,000. We're gonna live forever. We're gonna have all these babies. How do you house us? Man, you could have the whole world's population within the state of Texas. You could fit the 8.1 billion people in the state of Texas, man, and they'll each have like 1,200 square feet of space. Now, this is according to Esau's his data. All right, so the whole overpopulation thing is a myth. But when the Israelite man gets that new body and he starts getting women, obviously we're gonna branch out. Obviously we're gonna be breeding slaves, having slave breeding planets. All right, so it's gonna be like we went into last night. Yahweh Bahashim Shai is not gonna give us a capability that we can't house. If the scriptures tell us to what's that word? To take consideration, count the cost.
Okay.
And they use the metaphor of which one of you build a house and not count the cost, meaning you don't consider the cost of the lumber and all that stuff. You just halfway you're building and you realize you don't have enough material.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me that you have about Hashmal want to give out to outside by Torah Kakodash, elder apostles and elder bishops, great minister on well. Wellness to all. Come Yashala. Shalom.